Hey, it's BrickTsar. I'm going to do a Lego review today. This is set 7190, the Millennium Falcon. And this is a vintage Star Wars Lego set. It's one of the first Star Wars sets. It's from 2000. Star Wars began in 1999. This is the first Millennium Falcon that they made. And before I get into the review of this, I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Lego Brickmaster 1. I'll put a link below in the description, maybe an annotation if I think of it, but he is the one that suggested that I build this. And I tried to build as many suggested models as I can get to them, but I selected his because I had it readily available. And so I want to give him a shout out, and he also suggested another model, which hopefully I will be doing eventually. But I just wanted to thank him for suggesting this. So check out his channel. I'll put a link below. And so anyway, we'll get into this, the Millennium Falcon. This is a cool set. I just have the instructions and the actual pieces for the set. I did not buy this new. I bought this one used. I did at one time own the sealed box of this set. I'll mention that later. But I bought this on eBay. It had a lot of other sets in it, so I made sure I filled in all the missing pieces. And it's a really cool model. We'll show you some of the details, the interior and the minifigures that you get. But you can't get a Millennium Falcon like this anymore because they don't make these colors anymore. This is your classic Lego grays, your light grays and your dark grays. Today those are a different shade. Sets of today, we call that light bluish gray and dark bluish gray. Lego doesn't call them that, but that's what we call them. And so I like the classic grays here in this set. And so we'll open this thing up, show you the inside, show you the minifigures, and keep watching. Alright, here's our minifigures. We'll start with Han Solo. He has blue legs. It's the Falcon Han Solo. He has his little holder on his belt, but no side printing, no back printing. So Han is just kind of generic. The early Star Wars figures didn't have as many details as the current ones do. He's got a little smirk on his face. And of course, this is Chewbacca. His head is all one piece here that detaches, and then his torso is just a plain brown, classic brown torso. So you can't get this Chewbacca in any set anymore because they don't make this color anymore. He's standard brown. Current Chewbacca is reddish brown. So that's your Chewbacca. Alright, and here's your Luke Skywalker. Typical Luke Skywalker face pattern, blonde hair. Should have been longer and wavier, but not a lot of details with these early Star Wars figures. See, no back printing. None of them have any back printing from here. But that's your Luke Skywalker. And here's your R2-D2. Nothing too special or unique about this. It's got the little details on it. And he's got a lot of blue and silver. Nothing on the back. You'd think even with the R2-D2 they could have put something on the back, but that's your R2-D2. Pretty standard R2-D2. Alright, here's our C3PO. Not C3PO, it's C-3PO. And that's why they always call him 3PO. 3PO. He's got back printing. So I was wrong. So that's pretty good. This figure does have back printing. And I like, there's an old YouTube video, real old one, guy did, where he used C-3PO's head there in the temple for Indiana Jones, and had Indiana Jones go in there and get him and then drive off in the Millennium Falcon. Of course you know Indiana Jones is Han Solo. And lastly is our Princess Leia with her buns on the side, and she has no back printing. Now, when this set first came out and a few years after, it really rose in value, and this was the most sought out minifigure from this set. I'd seen it on eBay as much as $100 at one point, and it's obviously come down a lot since then, since it's not as rare and unique, but at that time it really skyrocketed in price. Alright, here's the instruction manual for set 7190 Millennium Falcon. On the back, you see this is from 2000. Shows the interior of the Millennium Falcon, shows some alternate models. And I like, as you go through the instructions, mine got some tape on them. I bought this set used. But it has little scenes from the movie at the top. Harrison Ford, Chewbacca. There's Harrison Ford talking to Jabba the Hutt, which really wasn't in that episode. But it was a lot of fun to build it. You just look at the little thumbnails at the top of the page. So that was pretty neat. And then in the back of it, it's got the cartoon, typical Star Wars cartoon. Has no talking because this has to be available in many languages. So they just usually, it's all done without dialogue other than sound effects, which I guess translate in any language. So, and then it does show some alternate models in the back of it. So that's your cool instructions for the Millennium Falcon, or Falcon as Han Solo says. Alright, we're going to show some of the internal features of the Millennium Falcon. Now you can't fit everybody in the driving area, so we'll just put Han Solo in there, since he's the captain of the Millennium Falcon. And that just snaps on. It's not on a hinge or anything, so that's kind of lame that they couldn't design a hinge. And we come over here, you see some of the details, these little tiles on the front of it. You have a little storage area here with this little case. Has Star Wars logo on it. It's one of these opening things where you can put stuff in it, because we know that Han is a smuggler, so he needs to have areas to smuggle stuff. So here's one. And what's he smuggling? It's a gun. Over here he's smuggling a saw. Very good, Han. So we'll come over to this side, and you got the nice little portal looking thing here. And then there's a little ship that comes out. It's just laying in there. Just kind of sit in. I wonder if that's supposed to be where the little gunners are from that scene where they were fighting the Empire. But you got a bunch of little places for tools all over the place. There's some there. And then we come back here. There's another hidden area. He's a smuggler. He's got to have places to hide things. I like this little blue piece for the engine. It goes around. That was a neat little detail. Come over to this side. You got a backpack right here. Another little gun. And they didn't. You'd think they could have put another little ship thing there, but they didn't. And some more. There's an oil can, more tools. There. Now, you got the little sitting area here. And in the movie, you remember this chess game, or some kind of game like chess, where they had the holographic figures on there. So you had Chewbacca and C-3PO playing that. Let's turn around this way. So we'll set Chewbacca there. He's playing against... Actually, I think it was R2-D2 he was playing. So you got to get my facts right. Hadn't seen the movie in a while. I do remember, I think the line was, "Let the Wookiee win," because he ripped your arms off, basically. So we'll put Chewbacca and C-3PO there. The instructions show R2-D2 over here. Put them wherever you want, really. And Luke Skywalker's over here messing with the engines or something. and then we got Princess Leia. We'll set her there. So that's the inner workings of the Millennium Falcon. Not a whole lot going on. It's really simple and basic. I think the newer ones have been a lot more detailed. And I almost forgot, this is the ramp here. That's why there's no ship there. That's the ramp that goes down where they can get in from the underneath side. So that's what that is. Alright, and there's this little white piece here. That's to attach the top piece of the Millennium Falcon. So you just set it down like so, and it snaps in. And on the top Millennium Falcon, you got a radar dish, you got the guns, you got this part that opens and swings up. Got some more round tiles for details. You got your saucer sections. You got 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. They're inverted. And so that is the whole Millennium Falcon. Let's focus in a little better. And then you got your 4 pads that you attach for your landing gear for your Millennium Falcon on the bottom. So that is set 7190, the Millennium Falcon from the year 2000. This was the first Millennium Falcon, and not the last. They have redone it in different scales. Of course, I think everybody would love to have the Ultimate Collector Series 1. That was one of the largest Lego sets ever made. I had an opportunity to buy the first edition of that was limited to 10,000, and I did not buy it because I didn't want to pay $400 for it. Yes, $400. It was a $500 set. I could have paid $400, but it was still too much for me at that time. So I never did get the big Millennium Falcon. But I did get this one, and it's interesting. I was at Target. It's either in 2000 or 2001. I think it was 2001. And they had these on clearance. This retailed for $100. They had them 75% off, and I got one. Actually, I got 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember exactly, for $25 each. Sold them on eBay for $100, and then watched the price skyrocket up to $400 after I sold them, and wish I hadn't sold them, but still sold them for a lot more than what I paid for them. But this is a lot cheaper to get now. Used to be $400 for a sealed one. You can buy a used one for $100 if you're patient. So that's the Millennium Falcon, classic Star Wars set from the early years of the Lego Star Wars line.